Good evening. It's Saturday. It's 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And you know what that means. It's time for SciFridays. As always, I'm your host, Captain, bringing you the best in classic sci-fi from years gone by. So, the Captain scours looking for cool stuff to bring to you guys. Yes, we had some issues with Blake 7. Those will be remedied soon, hopefully as soon as next week. We're transferring some files over to the new computer and figuring things out there. But I want to thank everybody for helping me get the new computer. It's great. It's working fantastic upload times like that. So you guys are awesome. Thank you so very much. And we are working on the Patreon stuff. Don't worry about anybody. We'll get it figured out. Just the Captain is going 1,000 miles an hour every moment of every day. So today's big question is the fact that I have not said that SciFridays is brought to you by RU Game, the best comic book collectible, video game, magic, role-playing toy store located at 124 North Sunset Drive, Piqua, Ohio 45356. And remember, if you see something on there, I will ship it in the United States. Just letting you know, in the United States. I'm sorry if you live outside the United States. It's just a huge debacle I don't want to deal with. So, okay, here's the big question. For those who were alive in the 80s and in the early 90s, man, did you guys really get into these, like, cheesy horror novels? Man, I love these. I will buy these every chance I get. Some of them are so god-awful horrible, some of them are so awesome. Two of my favorite books was John Ferris and Teague's, I believe, Son of the Endless Night and Book of the Dead. Those were great books, man. I read Son of the Endless Night 1,000 times. And the last copy I got, I don't know what happened to it. I have not seen it since I moved 2 moves ago? 2 moves ago, maybe. Son of the Endless Night is The Exorcist cranked up to 11. And Book of the Dead is about the second coming or the Antichrist in the Deep South. So it's crazy. I love both of those books. And they're cheesy little one-off novels like those. I love them to death. You know, if you can get these, if you ever go to a garage sale, flea market, whatever, and you find a book that has a crazy name and a whacked out cover, buy it and read it because you will not be disappointed. Seriously. They were so good. Go find the book. There's a book with the covers and it's... But mind you, there are people who try to get a ton of money out of these, and some of these aren't worth next to nothing. Some are like $1, a couple bucks, whatever. But there's guys on Facebook, they're like, it's $10, books all day. I'm like, yeah, but you can actually go to a bookstore and buy it for way less, which is odd, but whatever. So, that being said, I want to know if you guys did read this. What is your favorite obscure paperback novel or hardback? I mean, if you read it in hardback, let me know. And then don't say Stephen King or Bachman or Clive Barker or something like that. No, somebody like it. Yeah, Florence Stevenson. Does anybody know who Florence Stevenson is? She wrote The Sisterhood. Does anybody know who Martin Crew Smith is? He wrote Nightwing. And this is Nightwing, soon to be a major motion picture. Haha. But, yeah. They used to love doing that. They would option these, and they'd never happen. But they would have them on the book. Soon to be a major motion picture. So, alright. Done with that for now. Now we're going to bring you more of the secrets of ISIS. Yeah, I know some of you guys want some legs. Yes, those are some nice legs. Not gonna lie. That's 1970s legs. So I'm not gonna lie, man. They got some. You got some really good legs in the 70s, and you got some really skinny, weird legs in the 70s. It was all about being skinny back then, or being too skinny. I love the ads in the papers, like in the old comic books. Are you too skinny? I bet you there's people out there going, no. How do I not? How can I be skinny all the time? So, I'm rambling here. Okay, so this is ISIS, episode 2. And this is Spots of the Leopard. Enjoy.
"O my queen," said the royal sorcerer to Hatshepsut, "with this amulet, you and your descendants are endowed by the goddess Isis with the powers of the animals and the elements. You will soar as the falcon soars, run with the speed of gazelles, and command the elements of sky and earth." 3,000 years later, a young science teacher dug up this lost treasure and found she was heir to the secrets of Isis. And so, unknown to even her closest friends, Rick Mason and Cindy Lee, she became a dual person, Andrea Thomas, teacher,
Almighty Isis,
and Isis, dedicated foe of evil, defender of the weak, champion of truth and justice.
always seem to buy more groceries than mothers.
You've noticed that, haven't you?
Yeah, like Mom only buys just what we need.
And I only buy what we don't need.
Something like that.
Well, when Mother gets back to town, she'll explain that to you.
Hi, Jimmy.
Who's your friend?
Oh, that's Jimmy Nolan. He's a boy in my math class.
I got a feeling he likes you.
Oh, Daddy. Look, Dad. That boy, he's taking Jimmy's bike. You've got to stop him.
He's gone.
You could have stopped him. Why didn't you?
I don't want to get involved. I can't afford to.
You're afraid of the police.
Honey, try and understand. I just got out of prison. I'm waiting for a new job to come through.
You don't have to explain.
You deserve an explanation. But I just can't give it to you right now.
I'll try to understand.
Thank you, Jenny.
Cindy, make a note that under heat the solution neutralized. I presume you're making a serious study of the sports section.
Wrong. The travel section.
Oh? Planning a trip?
Oh, I was just dreaming about a vacation in the South Seas aboard a three-masted schooner.
So you saw that adventure movie last night, too?
You know my every move, don't you? You know, you should have been a detective.
No, thank you. I prefer to teach chemistry.
But just think, Miss Thomas. If you were a detective, you could solve all the mysterious burglaries around town.
I haven't heard about those.
I haven't heard about those.
It was on the radio.
They're all over the morning papers. Industrial diamonds worth thousands and no clues to the thieves.
Well, I can't believe it's anyone from around here. Must be an out-of-town group.
You see? You're already acting like a detective.
All right. But I still prefer to teach chemistry. Right, Tut?
Right, Tut? Right, Tut?
Hi, I'm Tom Jenkins.
Can I help you with anything?
Yes, I'm looking for Chuck Nelson. Does he live here?
Yeah? Dad, there's a man here to see you.
Tom Jenkins, Mr. Nelson. I'm with the insurance company, remember?
Yes, Mr. Jenkins, I remember you very well.
I'm investigating some burglaries which concern my company.
I can't help you with that.
Oh, I think you can.
Why? Why me?
Well, because these burglaries are involved with industrial diamonds.
So?
All the jobs were pulled fast and clean. No clues. Just the way you used to do it.
And that made you think of me. Well, I don't know anything about them.
Well, maybe not, but it's my job to ask.
Well, I don't have to listen.
Well, not to me, but if I tell the police what I think, it may give them reason to make you a suspect. Now, there was a burglary committed last night. Where were you?
I was at home. All night. My wife's out of town, and I had to take care of my daughter.
You never left the house?
That's correct.
I see. All right for now. Well, thank you, Mr. Nelson. Goodbye. Bye, Miss Nelson.
You weren't home last night.
I had to tell him that.
You always taught me to tell the truth. Why did you lie to him?
I had no choice. That insurance investigator, Mr. Jenkins, is the man who helped send me to prison.
And you think he can do it again? But how can he if you just tell the truth?
He'd never believe me. Now, why don't you go on to school?
All right. Jimmy, you're not eating your lunch. That's not like you.
Hey, what's the matter?
I don't want to talk about it.
Not even to me?
No.
Well, then how about Miss Thomas?
I don't want to bother her with my problems.
Why not? I tell her stuff about me all the time. Here's your chance.
Hi, girls.
What's so serious?
Jenny has something she wants to ask you.
Ask away, Jenny. It's really personal, Miss Thomas.
I'll leave you two to talk.
See you in the lab.
Okay. Bye. Miss Thomas, what do you do if you're not sure, but someone you love you think is doing something wrong?
If you're not sure, Jenny, you should give them the benefit of your love. Why not believe the best instead of the worst?
I've tried, but I can't.
Want to tell me about it?
It's about my father.
It's still hard for me to believe that about her father.
Right. You knew he'd been in prison.
Well, sure, the whole school knew about it.
He served his time. He just didn't want to get involved again.
Woman's intuition?
Partly. You should have seen him at the last PTA meeting. He thanked me for helping Jenny with her work. He told me he never wanted to leave his wife and Jenny again.
And you believed him?
The way he looked at them, you would have believed him too.
Well, let's hope you're right. Yeah. And that he doesn't do anything to make matters worse. Hey, why did I offer to help paint your apartment?
Because I promised to make you a great dinner.
Hi, Daddy.
Hey, Jenny, let me help you with those.
Thank you, Daddy.
You feel better.
Much. And to prove it to you, I'm going to make you a terrific dinner.
Yeah, what a nice surprise.
Well, I want to make it up to you for the way I've been behaving.
Well, I'm glad you changed your mind about me. But how would you like to cook that dinner for me up at Lake Horton?
We're going away?
Right now. Your bag's all packed and already in the car. I thought you might enjoy a little vacation in the woods.
Where did all this money come from?
A friend of mine, he paid me back some money he owed me.
Does that have anything to do with why we're leaving so quickly?
No, sweetheart, I just wanted to get away for a while.
Dad, do you want to get away or run away?
What do you think? Come on, let's go.
Jenny's not in school today.
Strange, it's not like her.
Did she call in sick?
No, I checked the office. Should I try calling her?
No, let's just go over to her house. There's no one home. I'm going to check next door.
Okay, Andrea.
you think something might have happened, Mr. Mason?
No, Cindy, I'm sure there's a logical explanation for it.
We were supposed to do our homework together last night. She didn't even call.
The neighbor said that Jenny and her father went away. Looked like they were going camping. You wouldn't know where, would you, Cindy?
Not really. But wait a minute. Jenny told me that her father took her camping before. I think she said in the mountains.
Try to remember where.
It's on the tip of my tongue, but I can't remember.
Keep thinking, Cindy. I wish I knew why Jenny and her dad suddenly decided to go camping.
Especially on a day when she had a chemistry
I got
paper.
it.
What?
The north point of Lake Horton. That's where Jenny's dad took her camping last time.
Listen, why don't you two go ahead? I'll catch up with you in a minute.
Mighty ISIS.
Oh, zephyr winds which blow on high, lift me now so I can fly.
I'm going to cook you the best steak you ever tasted.
I'm really not very hungry.
Is something still bothering you?
I can't get it out of my head
What?
that you lied about last night. Where did you go?
I told you. I was out walking and thinking.
Yeah, but
Now, Jenny, that's enough. I don't want to talk about it anymore. Where are you going?
Out for a walk. I have some thinking to do, too. Thank you, Isis.
You're welcome, Jenny.
You know my name.
I know much more than that. I know about the problem with your father. Have faith. Believe in him.
I want to, but...
Jenny, sometimes things aren't what they appear to be. You must try to understand him.
I will try, Isis. I really will.
Good girl, Jenny. What's up, Cindy?
I just got a phone call from Jenny. And
What is it? Is there more trouble?
No, everything's okay between her and her dad.
I'm glad to hear that.
So am I.
And we're all invited to a barbecue at their home on Saturday. Can you make it?
Sure, I can. Andrea?
You bet. I wouldn't miss it for anything.
Chuck, can I give you a hand?
Jenkins, what are you doing here?
Oh, I thought I'd drop by and see if I couldn't be of some help to you.
Like you were when you helped the police send me to prison?
Chuck, I'm not here to question you.
Why are you here?
I don't know if you had anything to do with those burglaries or not. Now, I think there's some room for doubt.
Well, that's the first cheerful word I've had.
Chuck, I am only interested in catching the guilty man.
Well, how can I help?
I want to set a trap for the real thief. Now, my company insures some of the biggest industrial diamond concerns in the city.
Well, wait a minute. There's no way you can cover all those spots at the same time.
Maybe we don't have to.
What do you mean?
Well, maybe we can figure out where the next burglary is going to take place.
That's why you came to me.
You're the expert. Help me, you help yourself.
Isn't this police work?
I'll fill in Sergeant Connors every step of the way. Now, what do you say?
Well, I want to talk it over with my friends, but okay, you can count on me.
Great. I'll be in touch. And I just couldn't stand by and take a chance that a possibly innocent man might be sent back to prison.
Mighty nice of you, Mr. Jenkins.
Well, thanks, Rick.
He really believes in my father, doesn't he? He's sure trying to help. I want to believe in my dad, too. I really do.
That's right, Jenny. You just keep on believing.
Well, it's all here. Size of shipments received, location, security system, every company that's most likely to be burglarized.
That's sure complete.
Chuck, what's the next place most likely to get hit?
I'd say the Landon Company's the best bet.
Why?
Well, they just received a big new shipment. The factory's isolated, and they have an alarm system that's easy to knock out.
Well, when this is all over, I'm going to have to tell them about that.
What's your plan?
Well, I'm going to inform the police, and they're going to stake out the landing company and let them do the rest.
You think you'll get your man?
Absolutely. Now, this thief's been hitting these places about once every 2 weeks, and he's due now. So, Chuck, when I hear anything, you'll hear from me. Okay? Chuck, I have good news. The police just got a tip about the thief. Sunday's the day he's going to hit. The Landon Company.
That's tomorrow?
That's right, and I've got it on the best authority. And before long, you're really going to be a free man.
Sounds great.
Okay?
You bet.
I'll see you.
Peterson Company, I don't understand. That's not what you told Tom Jenkins.
I lied to them for a reason.
Why? So you could go to the burglary and take the diamonds for yourself?
So I could capture the thief myself.
I don't understand.
The way I figure it, that's where he'll really strike. Now, trust me.
Dad, you have to go. Please don't.
I'm sorry, Jenny, but I have to do it my way.
Even if it means going back to prison?
Roger. I've got 4 details on lookout watching the Landon Company.
Have you seen anyone suspicious?
Not yet. I wonder if we've got the right place.
Of course. Assuming they gave us the right location.
Why wouldn't he?
I don't know. But we better go call him and find out.
Hello, Tom.
Nelson?
Everything's coming clear all of a sudden. Fast, efficient. Nice, neat job, Tom.
Well, thanks, Chuck. That's a real compliment from the expert.
Now, just stay put, Jenny. Don't go anywhere. I'll call you later. Fine. We've got trouble. Jenny told me your father went to the Peterson Company.
What shall we do?
I'm not sure. Tell Sergeant Connor to move his men over to the Peterson Company.
Right, I'm on my way.
Mighty ISIS.
Police will have to say about this.
You think they're gonna believe you?
I'll take my chances. Oh, the diamonds?
Yeah, they're right here. Now I'm the hero, Chuck. I caught you in there, red-handed with the diamonds.
I wondered why you were so anxious to help me.
Yeah, it was me all the time. You're gonna go back to prison, and in a few years when everything's been forgotten, I'll retire a rich man. Shall we? Slide over, Nelson.
Tom?
ISIS!
That's far enough.
I've caught the burglar. It was Chuck Nelson after all.
No way. I just heard you admit that you did it.
She called to say she'll be home by noon tomorrow, Jenny.
Good.
And some more good news. I got the job. I start next week.
Oh, great. Daddy, forgive me. I know now that things aren't always what they seem.
Jenny, faith is hard to hold on to. It takes work. But in the end, having faith in someone you love is worth all the effort.
See, Jenny? It all worked out for the best.
Come on, everybody. Sit down so I can serve my world-famous hamburger.
Tell me, do you think we have time to finish painting my apartment now?
Now?
Yes.
Mr. Nelson, you better make our 2 hamburgers to go.
Of honeycomb cereal.
Awesome.
50 plates in all. And if your plate says lucky,
wow, yeah,
you win a new BMX bike. And 500 kids will win. For a free plate, write Post Honeycomb license plates. P.O. Box 540, Lowell, Indiana, 46356.
go for it.
It's Gunfighter with the spaceship flavor of Hubba Bubba. Well, what is Gunfighter?
It's blue.
It's blueberry.
And it stays soft, chew after chew.
It's blueberry Hubba Bubba with the great taste of plump blueberries. I want it. No! It's the blueberry bandit. Now here's the black and blueberry bandit.
Blueberry Hubba Bubba. Starts soft, stays soft.
We now return to the...
You know, the captain is trying real hard. I want to get a role-playing group up. I don't care what it is. I don't care if it's D&D. I don't care if it's Dune. I don't care if it's Conan. I have 100 dang books, different role-playing games, and I don't get to play any of them. And to be honest, if I did not have a store, I would not have 2/3 of what I have. A lot of people ask me, they're like, why do you get all this stuff? I'm like, if I didn't own a store, I wouldn't have hardly any of this. It's called wholesale. So, all right. Hope you guys dug ISIS. You know, I'm really shocked that they did not go back and try to rename this. Because it's always been Secrets of ISIS. You know, after the whole debacle, I can't say debacle, but the terrorist group, you know, it sucked. And for a lot of people, it ruined this character. But ISIS is not ISIS that we know over there. That's ISIL. ISIS, you know, the goddess, the Egyptian goddess. Which is fascinating, man. You get really into the Egyptian mythology. It is amazing. My kids all love mythology. I grew up on mythology. Egyptian mythology is super fascinating. Big fan. Especially if you guys go see Moon Knight on Disney Plus. A lot of Egyptian mythology there. Big fan of that stuff, man. It's just so crazy. The how to get into the afterlife and all this stuff like that. It's awesome. But the Isis is based on the Egyptian goddess, so we get Isis. So we are currently staying in the Filmation universe. That's right, Filmation, and we're staying with some Space Academy. With Dr. Smith playing a good guy. Man, as much as I watch this show, and I know because he's been Dr. Smith to me for my entire life. And then I rewatched some old Lost in Space the other day, and you just look at him going, he's a good guy, but he played such a great bad guy. That's why I always feel bad about people who get typecast. The ones who are great villains who then try to play a hero. We have the ongoing joke that if you watch a movie and Walton Goggins is in it, he's going to be the bad guy. Because he's always a bad guy or a villain or just kind of a POS. So when he's a good guy in something, you're just like, yeah, that don't feel right. That don't feel right at all. So, tell me, you think the same thing? Because, man, there's some guys that... Ronnie Cox from RoboCop. You see him in that, he's the bad guy. You see him in Beverly Hills Cop, he's a good guy. So he works out fine. He's one of the guys who can do both. But then you get Kurtwood Smith, who is great as Clarence Bodiger in RoboCop. And then he's Red Foreman. And then he because when I first started watching it, all I could think of was RoboCop. And he slowly became Red Foreman and not Clarence Bodiger. So there's that too. But there's still always the one guy. One guy. That's stuck being a bad guy. Same way with female actresses. Michelle Gomez, who played Missy on Doctor Who, and Lady Satan in Chilling Adventures of Sabrina. She just leaned into it. They told her that when she goes, well, you're not pretty enough to be the lead. You're going to always be the evil stepmother, or the evil queen, or this. And she's like, okay, that's my job now. So I love that woman for that. That is awesome. So here you guys go. That's a little tidbit of Space Academy, talking about Dr. Smith being a bad guy and how hard he is to be a good guy. So, Space Academy, Episode 6, The Rock of Janus. Enjoy.
Welcome to man's most magnificent achievement in the conquest of space. The man-made planetoid, Space Academy, founded in the star year 3732.
Take a look at the space telescope.
Here we have gathered young people from the farthest reaches of all the known worlds. They have been chosen for their unique abilities and are being trained to cope with the mysterious, the unknown, the unpredictable dangers lurking in the vast darkness of space.
We are now orbiting the planet Syrah, beyond the Sagittarius constellation. And this is our newest visitor, the comet Janus. It is, as you can see, a double-nucleated comet system, and it takes its name from the Roman god Janus, who had two faces, and who taught mankind many things, according to legend, including the science of mathematics and agriculture. It's interesting to note...
Stand by! Stand by! Yellow line alert! Yellow line alert! Comet Janus is changing course. Initiate emergency collision procedure. to emergency stations. Commander Gampu, report to Control Center with Blue Team. Report to Control Center immediately.
Oracle, that will be all, thank you. Rendezvous, 30 seconds.
Yes, sir.
Loki, go get people. And T-Guard too.
Why me? Why do I have to go in?
Loki, move it. That goes for all of us.
The Comet Janus is on a collision course with the Academy. Impact in approximately 10 hours. That will give you time to reach it, land, and you will have only 2 hours to evaluate.
On Janus? But isn't a comet just a ball of space dust?
Not exactly, Adrian. The nuclei of comets sometimes varies and includes solid mass as well as inertial energy.
What you're saying is, it's a hunk of rock.
What Paul is saying is that what we have is a double-nucleate comet system.
So it's 2 hunks of rock.
That's close enough, Loki. Now then, I want you to take samples and run carbon tests if possible. Those functions are yours, Adrian, and yours, Paul. T-Guard will remain here with me in control, so will Loki. Chris, I've ordered Tek charges put aboard the Seeker. You and Laura will place them to act as deflective blasts and then get away with alacrity, understood?
Yes, sir.
Any questions?
They can't go on this mission without me. I'm indispensable.
What?
Indispensable!
I'm sure it'll be very difficult, Loki, but they'll do their best to get along without you.
But they need me.
I need you, Loki. Remember, Chris, if those comets aren't deflected and we should be hit, the Academy could be severely damaged, even destroyed. Now on your way, and good luck.
Yes, sir. Look what I got you. It's been tested for organic residue.
From Sierra? Paul, how long have you had this?
Here we go. Course set, people?
Affirmative. Set and lock.
Which comet did you pick, Chris?
The closest one. We should make it in about 30 minutes at cruise speed, if the 2 planetoids maintain their position.
Well, why wouldn't they?
The instruments indicate the farthest planetoid is accelerating.
That's strange.
You chase me for a while, then I chase you.
Nothing like the proper scientific terminology.
The closer planet seems to be slowing down.
Are you sure, people?
Affirmative. The farthest planetoid is gaining momentum. It will intercept 3 hours, 11 minutes.
That's an hour after we get there. Okay, people. Let me know if anything changes.
Oracle. Order received and carried out.
Like every other planetary sample. Probably indicates a common origin of the solar system.
Next free period, I'd like to learn more about that, Adrian. I didn't know you were interested in geology, Chris.
Maybe because he has such an interesting teacher.
All people are interesting. Laura is very interesting. I love you, Laura.
Right here, in front of everybody?
Pay them no mind, people. I love you too.
Pamela Partis.
Chris, we've registered acceleration on the second planetoid, apparently resulting from some gravitational pull, or perhaps something else.
For whatever reason, you will not have much time on Janus 1.
Right, sir. People computes will only have an hour.
Be careful, Chris. Control out.
You know, either Gampu isn't sure that we can complete this mission on our own, or he feels...
Or he's got a hunch we're likely to run into something dangerous. Well, either way, we'll soon find out. Touchdown in 41 seconds.
Seen anything like that in your life? Look at those colorations.
Testing atmosphere. Life support tests. People?
Affirmative and positive. All readouts normal. No life support necessary.
People, that's impossible.
Of course it's impossible, but it's true.
Look at this rock formation. It runs everywhere. Please. It's like a network of veins stemming from an artery. They cover everything. Hey, look over here.
What is it?
I think I saw it move.
Oh, some sort of volcanic or seismic activity.
Gotta get a sample of this to take back. Chris, look! Bleeding!
You're right.
What was that?
What did you see, people?
I didn't see. I heard something. A cry. A sound of pain.
We didn't hear anything.
Nevertheless, I did.
That rock. Chris, this whole planetoid. It's alive.
Chris, we better call Gampu. It was our mission to change the course of the planetoid. Not yet. I want to be sure what we found here first.
We are sure. This planetoid is an alien life form. Alive but sick. Perhaps dying.
Then we've got to help it survive. Oh, sure. But how do you treat a sick planet? I mean, it isn't one of your run-of-the-mill, everyday cold in the heads.
Listen, Chris, I think we should check in first. You know, if you wait much longer, you'll have to choose between saving a planetoid or saving the Academy.
I'm not calling in, Laura. We came here to work things out on our own responsibility. People, how long do we have?
84 minutes to collision with the Academy. 58 before rendezvous with Janus 2.
People, you said rendezvous?
Janus 2 has slowed its approach.
Then it's alive, too.
The way it accelerated must mean it's in better shape than Janus 1. Maybe it was trying to cut us off, prevent us from landing here.
Probability 0.999 positive.
Now, we know this planetoid is alive. If we only knew what was wrong with it, we could...
Why don't you ask it?
What? Beepo, is this planetoid intelligent?
Of course. Otherwise, how could I communicate with it?
You were talking to it?
Affirmative. Its name is Ergo, and it uses magnetic pulsing for communicating. Much more efficient than vocal sounds.
Hey, people. Do you think you could help us communicate with Ergo?
Anything for you, Laura. I will convert the frequency so that you can hear Ergo speak.
I am Ergo. I forgive you.
You forgive us? For what?
For chopping off pieces of me.
Oh, Ergo, we're sorry. We didn't know you were alive.
That's why I forgive you, Adrian.
You know my name.
Pipo told me. He also told me why you are here. You are going to blow me into pieces.
That's not true. We're using small charges to change your course, so you don't run into our space academy.
But I am weak. You will still hurt me.
We don't want to do that. You can help us by changing your present course. There isn't much time.
My sensors told me there were intelligent life forms in this galaxy, and I used the last of my free energy to come here.
You mean you can't change your course?
No, I can't. I am sorry, but it is too late. I am very sick. very sick. If I could be energized.
We'll help you, if we can. Our ship is very powerful.
My sensors detected radiant energy sources, but this would only destroy me. My life energy is a form of magnetic flux. I cannot convert any other form of power. I can flee no more. It is done. Targ will triumph at last. I am getting weak, but I must warn you about Targ.
Who is Targ?
The other planetoid, Janus 2, is Targ.
What happened to Ergo?
I am losing contact. It's getting weaker.
People, can you run an electroanalysis of Ergo?
Affirmative. There is an alternating flux pattern cycling at 27,500.
If we could match that frequency, we could feed Ergo all the energy he needs.
An electronic transfusion. Let's go.
Paul, you stay here. You're going to have to find a vital spot in Ergo for this receiver to work.
Yes, I know.
Well, get going.
Yes, sir. We have to find Ergo's heart rock. These veins must lead to it. We'll implant it right here.
There it is. Frequency 27,500.
Chris, look. It's Targ. Oh, it's so frightening.
Well, if looks count for anything, I'd hate to be alone with that thing.
Do not interfere. This is Targ.
As soon as Paul's ready, we'll put the transmitter on full power. Stand by, Laura. We'll have the receiver implanted in a minute, Chris.
Ergo's life force is cycling at 23,000 and slowing.
Hurry, Paul!
I'm doing my best.
Cycle slowing. Ergo is dying.
All right, we're ready. Now. Laura, hit it. Full power.
Chris, it's on and peaking.
Cycle is gaining 18, 20, 23,000.
I warned you. Do not interfere. Thank you for trying, my friends. What I wanted to warn you about is Targ. He is a criminal. He is out to destroy anyone, anything, including your space academy.
It's Targ. He's taken the ship, and Laura's on board. Laura, are you all right? Laura, answer me, please. There's an energy force field holding Laura back. We've got to do something. What, Chris? We can't reach the Seeker?
We are approaching the Academy. We must change course. Ergo, help us.
I cannot help you. I am not energized enough to fight Targ. He has the energy from your ship. I must escape him. Now, find a new energy source somewhere.
Please, Ergo. Use your energy against Targ. Help us free Laura.
You don't understand. I have very little energy left. If I use it against Targ, it could mean my life.
Please, Ergo.
If you don't use it, it'll mean Laura's.
You are right. I will try.
Had enough. He's running for it. Ergo, did you see that?
Ergo is hurt. Badly. I'm afraid it's all over.
Adrian?
Ergo's in shock. Needs energy to survive. If we can get him back to the academy, we might be able to treat it. I don't think there's time.
Don't worry, Ergo. Help's on the way.
Chris?
Laura. Are you all right?
Yeah.
Is the transmitter still locked on?
Mm-hmm.
It's no use, Chris. The receiver's had it.
I will be your receiver.
Great, people. Laura, give him full power.
Right away.
People, stand by.
Thank you. I will be all right now.
All right, Ergo, prepare for takeoff. I guess I better report into control. This I want to hear.
This I want to see.
Sager to Academy Control. Come in.
Hey, Chris, long time no hear or see. How'd it go?
Everything went according to plan, Tigar. Just one thing. We're bringing home a patient for you.
Who's hurt?
Janice?
Would you please repeat that statement, Captain Gentry?
Well, Commander, I think I'd rather have you see it for yourself. Take a look outside.
Now I've seen everything.
go. You keep it moving, keep it grooving, you just can't take it slow. Together on the go. McDonald's has quarter pounder large fries. McDonald's has icy Coke and apple pie. McDonald's and you.
I see. It tastes so wonderfully. And all that vitamin C. That's why you love High C.
Introducing High C Peach and Cherry in the drink box. They're so cool and so delicious.
That's why you love High C.
So, you see what I mean, right? You cannot watch these shows with Dr. Smith. You see Dr. Smith. He will never be anything other than Dr. Smith. I mean, he's one of them guys. He will always be the bad guy. Yes, you had Gary Oldman play Dr. Smith in the 90s cinematic movie. Little tidbit about that. First movie to knock Titanic off the #1 spot, I believe, in the United States. So, yep, that was the one that did it. But Lost in Space, Gary Oldman. But Gary Oldman's a chameleon. One of these days, the saying goes, one of these days you're going to be out at the grocery store, walking down the aisle, and somebody's going to go, "Cut!" And you're going to pull your face off and realize you've been Gary Oldman the entire time. That's how good an actor Gary Oldman is. And the fact Gary Oldman does things from little tiny independent stuff to big budget movies like Batman. So I always give Gary Oldman credit. So hope you dug Space Academy. We're going to keep that going for a while. But we're going back on over to some Space Amish. Yeah, you know, they spent a lot of money putting this together, and it was, and I apologize, I believe last week I referred to it as ITV. It is CTV for Canadian television. It was a 20th Century Fox show. It does have a very, very, very British feel to it. But yet, like I said, it's Canadian. I did not watch this till much later because, you know, I think even when it was originally in repeats, I was a baby. Not until it was on Sci-Fi Channel much later did I even discover it. And not only did I discover it then, I discovered it because I was reading Harlan Ellison stuff, and I found out that this was a Harlan Ellison. So, back to point one. And yet again, I cannot say this enough. Harlan Ellison, we miss you, and you are one of the greatest. So, in honor of a man who hated this with a passion, Harlan Ellison, we're going to bring to you StarLost, Episode 7, Alien Oro. Enjoy.
Earthship Ark, drifting through deep space over 800 years into the far future. Its passengers, the descendants of the last survivors of the dead planet Earth, locked in separate worlds, heading for destruction. Unless 3 young people can save the StarLost. Repeat warning, depressurized area beyond this point. Space equipment required. Gravitational switch must be utilized. Number 1 sealed door must be secured before opening number 2 door. Repeat warning, depressurized area beyond this point. Self-contained gravitational and life support clothing units required.
He's already told us that 3 times.
Can't we find out why it's depressurized?
Try to rephrase the questions. Why was the area beyond the iris depressurized? What happened?
Depressurization has taken place.
Yeah, we know that, but why?
Sound input is above acceptable levels. Please modulate your voice.
Modulate? Listen, if you don't know the answer to the questions, why didn't you just say so? Wait. I said, why was the area depressurized?
The atmospheric integrity of the area has been broken.
You mean a module or a biosphere?
Module.
Maybe he means the accident to the Ark.
When did the accident take place?
0320, Sidereal 3 April, Earth year AD 2790.
That was less than a year ago.
What caused the break?
An outside force.
What force? What's behind that door?
No information on nature of force.
Well, there's only one way to find out. Devin, come here. There's someone in there. Where? There was a woman in there.
Garth, there's no one here.
Well, that's where she was, right there.
Are there any more of you? I asked you a question. Are there any more of you?
Yes, many more, and they'll be looking for us.
2 answers, both of them lies. Have you weapons? Raise your arms. I said, raise your arms.
I want to know whose orders I'm obeying.
Devin.
It's all right, it's only a voice. Remember Cypress Corners? The voice of the creator turned...
All right. If I open the iris through which you came, will you go away from here?
No. I'm not making any promises to a voice. Why won't you let us see you? I said, how many of you are there?
Who are you? What do you want?
Who are you?
I am Oro of Ixar.
Well, I am Devon of Cypress Corners. What happened back there?
Happened?
Yes. The whole ceiling in the module is torn away as if it were hit by a big boulder.
A boulder, indeed.
What do you know? Were you there?
Your questions will be answered.
What do you wish to know?
That's her. That's the woman I saw.
What do you wish to know?
Well, let's start with names. I'm Devon.
I heard.
Who are you?
Y419B2, also known as Idona.
Where did you come from?
I told you, Y.
Is that the name of a dome?
A biosphere, yes.
Like Cypress Corners?
No, not like Cypress Corners.
This man who was just here, the one who calls himself Oro of Ixar. Where's that dome?
Ixar is a planet in the nebula Xenophon.
Planet? Do you mean he's from another place? Another... Well, how did he get here? Garth, do you realize if he could get here from another planet, surely he could get the Ark back on course? Rachel, will you stay here? I'll be right back.
How could you go away? Unless Oro permits.
Why are you keeping this prisoner?
I understand you are fugitives. All fugitives are prisoners of their flight.
We began as fugitives, yes. But then we became wanderers and explorers who were shut out of their home.
But you are not trying to rediscover your home.
No, we're trying to save it. Is Idona a fugitive? Are you?
I am what you have become, an explorer. Soon now. Very soon. I am going home.
In your dome, women do this sort of work?
Is it different in yours?
Oh, yes. In Cypress Corners, women churn butter, bake bread, sew, sometimes work in the fields. But Garth does this kind of work. He's a blacksmith.
How many children did you sew for?
Well, I didn't. I'm not married.
Married?
I thought for a moment you and Oro... But then you said he was from another place. Am I disturbing you talking like this? What are you doing?
It doesn't concern you.
I'm sorry. I won't disturb you any longer.
never seen anything like this on the Ark.
Most of what is here, I built.
By yourself?
With Idana's help.
Where'd you get the materials?
Wherever it was available.
You mean to tell me that you've been tearing parts out of the Ark to use on other things?
It was raw material. Good for nothing else.
But how do you know that? We may need these things if we're going to get the Ark back under power.
You cannot. It is a manifest impossibility.
You mean you know about the accident?
We knew on Ixar. It was observed and recorded at the time.
I see. And yet nobody did anything to help. From such a powerful planet, with such an advanced society.
Devin, what is your Ark? A speck in the universe. But you were not ignored. When the course of the Ark brought it conveniently close, a reconnaissance flight was sent out.
And were you?
I was charged with the mission, yes.
Well, then you did come to help us.
No, I told you. Your situation is hopeless.
Then what's all this for?
For me. And for Idana. To ensure our safe return.
What do you call that?
What does it matter? Things are what they do.
I know, but just makes it easier to talk, I guess, if things have names. I mean, if I didn't know your name,
Yes. Now that you do know it?
Well, it's just that I never met anyone named Idana before. Can I help you with that? What's that for? You didn't answer my question. Look, I am a blacksmith, you know. At least I was, back in Cypress Corners. You know, I never had the tools for a job like that. I never saw a woman use tools like that before.
I know. Back in Cypress Corners, women churn butter, bake bread, sew, sometimes work in the fields.
Now, how did you know that?
Rachel told me.
Where is Rachel?
I'm sure I don't know. Why?
No, I don't know. Just wondered, I guess. I worry about her sometimes. She shouldn't even be here.
Maybe she should be back in Cypress Corners, churning and baking and sewing.
Yes. Anything wrong with that?
No? I suppose it would depend upon whom you were churning and baking and sewing for.
And so, Devin, that hole in the module was not caused by a boulder, but was in fact the responsibility of a minor misfunction that resulted in my missing the docking port.
Then all these things are only to help you and Idana get back to Ixar.
What do you think of it? I assembled it myself.
I know.
I explored the tubes, discovered supply modules. In one of the modules, I discovered Idana. Considering the primitive state of Earth's technology, your Ark was quite ingeniously crafted.
Just exactly how are you planning to get back to Exar? You've already stated that the Ark can't be put back in working order.
Out of the question.
Right? I'll accept that for the moment.
Thank you.
Then how are you going to get back? Walk?
Your young woman friend shares your curiosity.
Rachel?
She has already discovered the answer to your question.
Where is she?
She's in no danger.
Where is she? That spaceship with his own two hands, piece by piece. Do you know what that means?
Yeah, he's good with his hands.
Good. He's a genius. Why, he knows more than we could ever hope to learn in a lifetime.
Yes, he does.
Look. He's going to get on that spaceship. He's going to fly home to his home planet. If we let him, do you realize what he takes back with him?
Yeah. Idana.
Yes, Idana. But Garth, he takes back something far more important. Everything he knows. His skills. Everything his people have learned. Ages of experience.
You really think he can save the Ark?
Yes. It will do nicely. Will you see to the installation?
Of course. Oro? Could you save the Ark?
If I could. There's not time for either of us.
Not time?
Exar is part of a solar system. This Ark will pass by that system, and then briefly we will be close enough to launch our little life raft. The raft has limited range. If we do not leave while that window in space is open, there will not be another chance.
For you, perhaps. But I could stay. I know you say the Ark is doomed. But it has lasted for 400 years since the accident. Couldn't it last 400 more?
It would not matter to you. On the Ark, there is not much time for you.
I know what you've told me.
But you no longer believe it. Why has life on the Ark suddenly become so precious to you?
I'm all right.
No, you're weak. Give that to me. Let me do it.
I can manage. When the window in space opens, I want everything to be ready for you.
Window. window has opened.
Navigational unit is assembled.
Good.
Except that I need 2 more power ties and an oxygen regulator.
I know where to find them. It would be well for you to rest now.
I'm all right. There's no time.
Oro, please, stay on the Ark. Help us.
My mission was to reconnoiter here, then return to Exar.
But don't let Idana stay here. She's from the Ark. She belongs on the Ark. She almost seems to know as much as you do. Surely she could help us.
To leave her here would be a certain sentence of death. Besides, I need her help on my journey.
I see. And we and all the other thousands of people on this Ark can go to hell. Is that it? What makes you so sure that you're even going to reach Ixar? That machine, that ship that you're building is going to fly? The Ark is drifting. You're not even certain of its position, are you?
That is true.
Well, then how do you know where Ixar is from here?
Do you know what it is to dream? If you do, you will understand why all this time, almost a year, as you measure its passage, I have been building my dream of rescue. On Exar, I am not forgotten. The position, the direction, the moment will be given to me. When all is ready, if there is still time, I may be able to help you. If what happened to the power reactors on...
Reactors? You know where the reactors are?
Take a look around your spacecraft. Lend a hand if you need one.
Very well. Excuse me. Could you pass that fuse there?
How much longer before you're ready to leave?
There are a few missing links, parts that we need to find or adapt. Oro has a list. In his head, of course, where he keeps most things.
What was it like in your dome? I can't say the name.
Hey, Greg.
Yeah.
List is my tongue every time I say it.
Does it hurt you to remember it?
It hurts.
Was it that bad?
Bad. I suppose I never really thought so. That is, until I found that there was another way to live. Could you pass that fuse, please?
I guess I felt the same way about Cypress Corners. Till I discovered that there was something else. Why are you going away with Oro?
Because I belong to him.
Belong?
He saved my life. I was wandering in the tunnels, lost, cut off from returning to Ygrek. Besides, he was the first man that I'd ever seen over the age of 18. You were second. Will you hold this while I make it fast?
Rachel, have you seen Earl?
He just left. Why?
He says that when he finishes fixing up his ship, he'll give some time.
Yeah, well, it isn't going to work that way.
Why not?
That message he was waiting for, the go-ahead from XR?
Yes?
He got it.
He what? What is that?
Something I need and you do not.
Why should I take your word? How do I know we won't need that to fix the reactors? Now, I want you to show me where the reactors are now.
There isn't time. The message I received was...
Yeah, I know. The window in space is open. And you want to leave soon.
I must leave. If I'm ever to see my world again. You must understand that.
I understand one thing. This is part of our world you're stealing. Or doesn't the idea of steel mean anything to you?
An ancient material sometimes excavated in primitive caves on Ixar. Give me that betty.
How do they fight in Ixar? What's your body made out of? You know, I've never touched you. Are there bones inside? If this hits them, will they break? Now, I warn you. You've told me that you'll do anything to get back to your home. Well, I'll do anything to save mine.
You are a fool.
The skies of Ygrek were colors like these. The skies are cold, Garth.
I don't know. My mother made a velvet quilt once, colors like that, with silver stars. I wonder how she knew about stars. She could never have seen any.
What did your mother look like?
Well, she was very beautiful, like you. Look, why don't you lie down and rest?
There's no time. I have to help with the ship.
Idana, the men on Ygrek, what happened to them? You said you never knew a man over 18.
They died. They hardly lived, but they died. They said it was something in the air. So we had to keep breeding them. But I couldn't.
You mean you couldn't have children?
So I ran away. After all, any Grek, if a woman can't bear children.
And then Oro found you.
He saved my life. I was literally gasping for air. That's why I must help him now. Even though I want more than anything. After I set the computer harness in, I'll need help with the final step. Will you help me?
Of course. That's what you want.
Go in and start fitting the piece. You'll see where it goes.
Where are you going?
There are some special tools we'll need. I'll get them.
Have you seen Devon? He's looking for Oro.
No. Rachel. May I stay with you?
Stay?
Here, on the Ark.
But I thought Oro needed you on the spacecraft.
Or he can manage without me. I've devised an automated system to perform the duties that I would have had.
I see. Have you told Oro?
I plan to tell him just before he leaves.
Are you trying to appeal to my conscience? Make me feel as though we're deserting you?
No, I think I was asking you to do too much. After all, you have a chance to escape.
A chance to go home.
I stand corrected. Idana has a chance to escape.
Idana will die if she stays here.
Oh, we'll all die, unless we do something.
In her case, it is imminent. Something happened to the atmosphere in Igrik hundreds of years ago. Possibly it was caused by the accident to the Ark. Gradually, the people of Igrik adapted to the change, the women better than the men. But now they cannot live long outside their own biosphere.
You mean that Idana
will not survive here more than a few days or weeks longer. She must go with me.
Does she know this?
On Ixar, she will be placed in a controlled environment. She will become acclimated.
Does she know this?
She understands that the only way she can save her life is to place it in my hands. As soon as all is ready, I will help you.
Stay with you, Rachel.
Why don't you ask Garth?
You know then? How? Did he say something?
No. I can see.
I don't know what he feels for me.
Well, whatever it is, it's a new feeling for him. You must understand that and give him time.
He must not know why I'm staying.
Why not?
I'd hate him to feel... I don't know how to say it.
Beholden to you?
Beholden.
It's a word from Cypress Corners. But I understand. I won't say anything.
Except that I would like to stay.
Except that you'd like to stay.
I told him I was coming back
for these.
How much longer?
Don't talk, it uses up strength.
I used to think I could lift a horse. Of course, I never had to.
Just a few more minutes, hold on.
Better leave before this thing falls on both of us.
Let me take it.
Oh, get out of the way. It's...
God, what happened? Back if you want to help.
Why?
Hold still.
You can't do that. You're destroying everything you worked for.
If I don't do it, you could be electrocuted. It's all right now.
My dream.
You were right.
I'm fine. How about you?
I'm okay. Has the window closed yet?
No. There's still time.
Not enough, I'm sure. Isn't it strange? Out of all of us, it was only Oro that wanted to go home. And now he can't.
Will Oro help us now that he has to stay on the Ark?
He hasn't conceded yet that he has to stay. He's in there now trying to improvise something.
It seems so hopeless.
I hope not, for Idana's sake.
Idana?
She's gonna die, Rachel, if she stays here.
Die?
Oro told me.
And I suppose they can save her on Exar?
According to Oro, they could.
And by making her believe that, and you, and Garth, he'll persuade all of you that she should go with him?
Does she have any other choice?
Yes, Devin, she does. She wants to stay here with Garth.
I mean, even if she has only a few more weeks to live?
How do we know for sure? Even if it were certain. She loves him, Devin.
She told you that?
She didn't have to tell me. I could see it myself. And loving him, she wants to spend whatever time she has left with him.
But I can't let her do that, can I?
Garth. It may not be true. Oro probably made up the whole thing when he realized she might not go with him.
No, he wouldn't do that. He has no feeling for anyone, no pity, no love. Also, no deceit. He wouldn't know how to lie.
Where are you going, Garth?
Do what I must. Save her.
Perfect fit.
I never give less.
I would thank you. Except that I know you did not do this for me. I must make final preparations, plot by course. He is almost finished. We must hurry. Idana?
Can I help you with that?
No, not this time. The heavy work's done. This part's nothing. Look. Handmade bolts. I guess they haven't used bolts on XR for a million years. They'll get you there, though, I guarantee it.
I'm not going, Garth.
You have to go. You can't stay here.
Why not?
It's not safe for you to be here. Makes you feel tired all the time.
And on the great planet of Exar, all would be well.
It might be. Oro said...
I'm not interested in what Oro of Exar has to say. I want to hear it from Garth of Cypress Corners. What shall it be, Garth? If you say the word, I will stay.
I can't.
Don't you want me?
I want you. Oh, it's done. Look, I don't own you. You have to decide for yourself.
And the computers in XR have read out a course for us. If we leave immediately, the window will still be open and there will be just enough fuel. Idana, hurry. There is not much time. And I assure you, if there's any way we can get help back to you, or send instructions...
I'm not going with you.
But you must. I've explained to you.
I know
you cannot...
what you said. But neither can I live apart from that which has become my life.
The time is now. Now. And you are sentencing her to death.
It was my decision, not his.
But if he had told you to go, what would you have done then?
I would... Oh, God. Oh, me.
There is still time to save her. I can use the life support systems on my craft. I must go, or the window will be closed.
Take care of her.
Maybe someday you'll see her again.
Yeah, someday.
Planet XR Control calling Explorer Craft 531. Planet XR Control calling Explorer Craft 531. Set automatic navigational computer module. Course RT4Y9. Launch time range 0080012 minus 030. Tracking range P6L005. Planet XR Control calling Explorer Craft 531. Planet XR Control calling Explorer Craft 531.
specially marked pouches of Big League Chew, the man-sized wads of great-tasting shredded bubble gum. For free game cards, write the Big League Chew, P.O. Box 1604, Hicksville, New York, by December 1st, 1984. Contest details on specially marked packages. 1 in 39 will win the Big League Chew baseball bonanza.
You're into Big League Chew. Message for Ronald McDonald.
I do believe this mailbox is addressing me. McDonald's Happy Meal. Hamburger.
Suffrage. All regular size.
Now that's what I call special delivery.
Skiing? Gymnastics?
When you buy a McDonald's Good Sports Happy Meal, you get sports games, cutouts, even sports quizzes, plus a surprise inside. 4 different Good Sports Happy Meal boxes at participating McDonald's.
And you look at the end of this creative consultant, scientific consultant, I believe it's Ben Bova. Ben Bova, I liked his stuff, but his stuff was very dry. Very scientifically correct-ish as sci-fi can be, which I think is funny. And I've said this before, I think it's so funny that Harlan Ellison left and Ben Bova showed up. Ben Bova wrote a lot of books on the planets. You can go check them out. The one on Jupiter is really good. I dug that one a lot. That one's the one that really stuck with me. So if you can look at the cycle he did of those books, check them out. But I hope you guys still dig StarLost, or Space Amish, as you all like to call it. Because we are going to bring to a halt sci-fi television shows. And we're going to bring to you the TV movie, the pilot, I guess, which would become, because you got multiple TV movies that became a TV series. So does that make the original TV movie the pilot for the TV series? Or something like that. So we're going to bring to you a television show brought to you by one Bill Shatner himself, Captain Kirk. And we're going to bring you Tek War. This is the Tek War made-for-TV movie. I didn't read the books until after the series was over. I actually read the comics religiously. Then went back and read the books. Didn't read them all, just couldn't get into it, but I did watch the TV series. That was in syndication and on Saturday afternoons, and when I worked at the hotel, it came out perfect, because you just sit at the hotel for hours without having to deal with another person. Until crazy stuff happened, and then you'd have to stop whatever you're doing and go deal with the craziness. But this is Tek War, the made-for-TV movie. Enjoy.
was a police officer.
Special services. Wounded several times in the line of duty.
Convicted of conspiracy to sell and distribute tech. Heavy user at the time of his arrest.
The court finds you guilty and sentences you to 15 years in cryogenic incarceration.
Can you say your name? The year of your incarceration. Possible residual trauma to the anterior cortex. Might account for his lack of response. I'm going to recommend against release at this time.
The hell you
Who do you want to see? How old is your son?
11.
He was 11 when you underwent cryosubmersion. He's now 15.
15? How long was I in?
4 years, 3 months, and 27 days.
Winger. Oh, just beautiful. They sent the mech. Did anybody else want the job?
I consider mech an insult.
So do I.
Welcome back, Mr. Cardigan.
$1,549 cash credits. One for each day of your imprisonment. Tech burns. They fly so high on the new junk they overload and cook their neurons.
Since you have successfully completed your sentence, we are confident that you will never return to the Cryobiotic Penal Institute. If you have any further questions, feel free to inquire of your re-entry supervisor.
Yeah, I got a question. My sentence was 15 years. Why the early release?
Maybe it was for good behavior.
Since when does a mech make jokes?
A lot has changed since you went in.
Proceed.
My family. They weren't notified, were they?
I don't have any data on that. Mr. Cardigan. You're a cop who sold his badge and got his partners killed. You'll be watched. One slip, one contravention of your parole, and it's back inside.
Well, I'd love to sit here and chat with a mech, but I got a family I haven't seen in 4 years.
Mr. Cardigan, no one else would take the job.
Cardigan, Jake.
Kate! Danny!
Welcome home, Mr. Cardigan.
Daylight mode, Mary. Where's Kate?
Catherine is not here at the present time.
Where are they, Mary?
I don't have that information. There is an incoming personal call for you on Terminal 1.
Hello, Jake.
Kate, honey, I'm home.
Whenever you
Why
get
didn't
this
you pick me up?
message, your time in prison will be over. I don't know if
Kate,
you can understand how difficult this is for me to say. The trial was very, very hard on Danny.
What are you talking?
15 years is a long time to wait. He needed a father.
What are you talking
Our divorce was finalized April 2042. I knew I wouldn't be able to face you, so I made this recording. We have a new life now. I'm sorry.
Katie.
You were a good man once.
Damn it!
And I loved you. The house is in your name. There's 5,000 credits in the account. I hope you understand.
Understand? I don't understand any of this.
I know it seems unfair, but there was no other way. Danny is growing up to be a fine young man.
Take my son away from me.
Goodbye, Jake.
You're not gonna take my son away from me. Mary, I want to trace that call.
The recording came from the Universal Telecom Message Center. It was automatically triggered when you passed through security.
Well, find her.
Catherine L. Cardigan, there is no such domestic listing.
Try internet.
No such global listing.
Display any VidPhone messages still on file.
What's real, partner? I just got word they thawed you out. Welcome back. I'm heading over, but I've got some business to take care of. It may take a while. Anyway, stay put. And whatever you do, don't hit the streets until we get a chance to talk. I missed you, man. And hey, are you still real ugly?
Not as ugly as you.
All other files have been erased.
My wife's private line?
One message. Call was placed by a Mr. Bennett Sands.
Hey, Danny.
Kate, it's Bennett. I don't like this. I miss you, and it's only been 10 hours. I'll be at the office late, so I'll see you at the house. We have a lot to talk over.
Get him.
Sands Enterprises.
Well, give me Sands. You tell him it's Jake Cardigan.
Mr. Sands is not available. I'll pass on your message.
You got it.
Hey, would the Wiz push dirty credits on his primo source?
Pristine. Bon voyage.
Whiz! What's your age? Cardigan, when they thaw your ass out and put it back into circulation.
Is this your boost for the night?
Come on, you ain't a cop no more. I gotta have it, man.
What's zooming?
I need something. Well, you know my motto. Everything is negotiable. Except the price.
You say we take a little stroll. I got my matrix.
Later.
Now.
It's gonna cost.
Jake, meet Wildside. Whiz! King of the Cyber Jocks. 300 missions and he has not fried a synapse.
Yet. Jake, what's real? IRS giving you constipation? You want a new credit line? Yesterday, Tech Junkie wanted me to bust Old City Hall so he could change his father's will. And today, he's a rich man, thanks to the Wildside.
Just a simple trace. 2 names.
But if it's so simple, why are you here?
200 each. Half now, half on contact.
Meet Cowgirl, the best jock in the biz.
Howdy.
Next to me. You want the woman first?
Please.
Cowgirl, start your engines.
Commercial net, right where she last logged off. There ain't no trace for last online. I have to pop up to the next level. We're in. Damn! She was here, but her tracks have been covered. All I'm getting are ether trails and noise. Nothing leads anywhere.
Cowgirl is the lead bandit, and Wildside is watching her back. If someone tries to sneak up on her, he will see.
This is useless. I'm gonna try and bridge the ultra-secure nexus. Hang on tight. This is gonna throw up security flags everywhere. Got it. Yeehaw! It has left the back door wide open. All I'm getting are infinite loops and false conditionals. Son of a bitch, mister. Someone's gone through a whole lot of trouble to mask her out.
Posse at 12. Move it, Cowgirl. I'm covering your butt.
The hell was that?
Blowback. They fried her core. Wildside, fly it.
That's a way of making the jocks pay a price. If she's lucky, she's only scorched a few brain cells. Go outside! They're on me. I'm gonna ghost them. The best. Forget the chick before we torch the whole unit. Take your money back, man.
Double the credits for the boy. Double.
Okay, go.
Contact. 2 interfax messages transmitted from Bahrain, another from Malaysia.
Damn! What's wrong?
He's over in the education net.
I'll never make it. This is too tense. I can't make it. Holy Somalians, what the? They blocked me in with a random noise generator. I'm trapped.
Shall we help them?
Yes.
What?
Misterioso. It's like somebody waved a magic wand and cut a Boolean channel for me to get in. Nailed it.
Nautilus 2000, Marine Biological School.
Hey, 500 to put me through.
Hollow will cost you $1,000.
Y'all better grease it. The cyber posse's got his scent. They spawned a triangulation search procedure.
Let's go.
Move it, I only have a minute.
Dad? Is that really you?
It's me, son.
But they said I was getting a call from Mom.
40 seconds, Jake. All right, never mind that right now. We don't have much time. God, you've grown up. I miss so much of your life. What's the matter, son?
Why'd you do it? Do you know how many kids at school I fought who said you were guilty? I saw the recordings of you doing all those things.
No, they were fixed. You gotta believe that, son.
You broke your word to people who trusted you. Your partners died because of you.
Jake, 10 seconds. Listen, son, I've gotta see it.
I can't see you, Dad. I just can't.
I love you, son.
Please, Dad. Stay away.
Danny.
No, that's it, man. Sign hands on us. Come on, we gotta evaporate.
The court finds you guilty and sentences you to 15 years in cryogenic incarceration.
Jake, I love you.
Baby, don't. he missed you too.
You know something? Before you came in, you know what I almost did?
I know, Jake. From now on, we're gonna be in this together, whatever comes. Nothing can separate us. I love you so much. I'll never leave. Never.
Hey! 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 You! She was here! She was here! She was here, sir! It was this! She was here, sir. I put my butt in the line for you, man. Don't do this to me!
Little junkie.
Oh, yeah? Where are you acting like one?
He's just losing Kate, Danny.
So text the answer. You gotta face the pain, Jake. There's no easy way out.
I know.
Because if you can't stay clean, we part company right now.
Hang on, little junkie, Sid. I'm telling you, it was so real. She was there, I could touch her.
Jake, since you've been on ice, they put out newer, more powerful tech. Not like the stuff we used to use when we were undercover trying to impress the dealers. This junk is major. You do enough of it, sooner or later, you don't come back.
It's got it. Life really stinks, Sid.
So what else is new?
You can't seem to get it straight in my head, Sid. I see little bits. Voices. Faces. But I can't put it together so it makes any sense. You know, we never talked about it.
You mean, do I think you sold out to the tech lord?
Well, we never talked about it.
I'm here on that.
Yeah, everything's changed a lot, Sid. When I was downtown this afternoon, I hardly recognized anything.
It's a radical world out there.
Since when does a two-bit cop have the kind of juice it takes to get me sprung from the freezer?
Since I quit the force, I went to work for Cosmos.
Cosmos?
Top personal security force in the world.
Oh, yeah?
A guy named Bascom runs it.
Some kind of behind-the-scenes player with the Yamaguchi administration. That's the guy that brokered the deal to make Cuba the 53rd state.
If anyone can help clear your name and get your family back, it's possible.
Yeah, but what does a guy like that want from me?
Why don't you catch a few hours sleep? We'll go ask him.
Sleep?
Jake Cardigan, Walt Baskin, my assistant, Central.
Thanks for springing me. Question is why?
Fair question, simple answer. I thought we could be of help to you.
What kind of help?
You first. Jake, if there was something more I could do for you, what would that be?
Help me clear my name.
It's a tall order, but worth the effort for an innocent man.
And what do I do for you?
Top investigators are hard to come by. By all reports, you were the best.
At least second best.
You come to work for me on a trial basis, and if you're as good as they say you are, you'll get a contract. And I'll put whatever limited resources I have at my disposal in your case. Single malt branch water, did I get it right?
What else you know about me?
Everything. Sandra, let's see what you have.
Dr. Leon Kittredge, research fellow at the Cybernetic Institute, missing without a trace for 7 days.
Cosmos represents the insurance company that holds the policy on the professor's life.
Kittredge was working in the fiercely competitive field of advanced laser imaging, so industrial espionage is always a possibility, as is defection to the competition.
Who had last contact with Kittredge?
Dr. Hilden Dannenberg, an associate of the professors at the Institute. This came in early this morning.
Mr. Bascom, I need to see you right away. It's about the disappearance of Leon Kittredge.
I'll send my driver immediately.
No, don't. I'm being watched. I'll let you know where and when.
The where and when came by secure comm fax just moments ago. As far as this case is concerned, I take it you and Gomez have renewed your partnership?
Well, I can take it. If he can.
Let's face it, you're lost without me.
A concession to your parole restrictions. The latest in plasma propellant. Technically non-lethal.
Simple missing person case, huh?
I'll expect a report in the morning.
Why did you lie to him?
Did I?
You said you knew everything about him. You don't know if he's innocent or guilty.
No one knows that. Not even Jake Cardigan.
Why my partner's all dead? I'm still alive. They were killed with my gun.
You didn't do it. I'd stake my life on that.
Hey, the bottom line is they're dead. And I'm still here wondering if I'm the one that blew them away. Last thing I remember is setting up the bust.
Yeah. We were this close to exposing Hokura's entire cash laundering network. We had him nailed. That entire night was a screw-up. Why was I called a backup?
You know, someone went through a lot of trouble to set me up, and they could have just blown me away, just like they did the others.
I figured Hokuri wanted you to take the fall.
Yeah. Unless it was someone who's trying to divert attention. Someone inside the organization.
One of our guys?
Hey, whoever set it up, they had to know the whole scam.
Jackie boy, that deep freeze might have frozen all your brain cells.
Thanks.
There's Dannenberg, and right on time. I'll go get her. Oh no. Get back! Get away from her!
Like hell. When I saw you shoot that flower girl, I thought you lost it.
Called Kamikaze. A little wrinkle the Tek Lords came up with during the Kyoto Gang Wars 2 years ago. Programmed to eliminate their designated target.
this case, the target was also an android.
Edinburgh was the simulation.
Yeah, you almost bought it over a bucket of nuts and bolts, pal. Take it easy, take it easy. All right. You gotta tell me what's going on. Give it to me straight.
Boscombe will give you the details. Watch him. Sometimes he plays games.
Another miraculous escape, Cardigan?
Maybe he had another lapse of memory.
Well, if it isn't the Tin Man and Little Dorothy. Still the funny guy, Cardigan. Well, I wasn't laughing when they brought him what was left of your partners. I knew those kids. They were good cops.
Hey, I knew him too, Wintergill. I lived with him for 2 years, putting that case together. They were like family.
Yeah, and of course, your record with family speaks for itself. Spare me the innocent act, will you? I saw the recordings of you depositing tech credits in all those Honduran accounts.
It can be altered.
The experts were unanimous. No digital manipulation occurred.
You sold out to Sonny Hikori and the Tech Lords, and I am personally going to put you back on ice.
I'd like to know why you pulled that backup team off.
We had an officer under fire.
Yeah, you want to know what I think? What? I think maybe you're on Hikori's payroll.
Yeah, well, we went through all that during the trial, but you don't remember, do you? You were still coming down from your tech OD. Stop dreaming, Jake. I play by the rules.
And start obeying. I don't like being lied to, Bascom. Now, what the hell do the Tech Lords and the kamikaze androids have to do with a routine insurance case?
I was waiting to see how long it would take the real Jake Cardigan to thaw out, Central. Professor Kittredge has developed a device that will destroy the circuits of all the tech chips everywhere in the world.
This is a simulation of that transmitting crystal based on our best information.
It can't be done.
Assume for the moment it can be. You can see how that would make Kittredge a target for the Tech Lords.
We do have evidence the professor was attempting to flee into the wilderness belt to avoid his own assassination. The rebel movement there is known to be in sympathy with the war against tech. The vehicle's security systems were breached by laser attack, and signs of struggle were found inside, along with the professor's prints. Less than 24 hours after the professor was last seen, Beth Kittredge, the professor's daughter, filed a flight report that would have taken her over the same forest where her father's car was found. We assume her intention was to join him. Satellite surveillance has confirmed that a craft meeting the description of Miss Kittredge's landed in Rebel Hill territory.
Can I get a better look at the daughter?
You still with us, Cardigan? Beth's journey into the wilderness area, hot on the heels of her father, suggests they were seeking sanctuary with the rebel movement.
Let me guess where this is going.
War bride. Rumor has it, back in the early days of the movement before it turned violent, you were allies, friends, even bedroll partners.
Why didn't you tell me this up front?
You were to be kept in the dark until I decided you should be trusted. Sit out of the equation. I have to take the chance. Looking for two people in that terrain is a hopeless task, even for an agency with our resources. War bride is our only hope.
All she cares about saving that wilderness. She thinks bastards like you are the enemy.
But it's your job to persuade her to help us.
You want to know what I think? There's something going on in that devious brain of yours that has nothing to do with saving this world from tech.
No, Jake. You should learn to be more appreciative.
Gratitude doesn't come easy.
What about trust?
Trust is a two-way street.
Cardigan. I took you out of the freezer. I could put you back in.
And you would too, wouldn't you? This thing is worth a damn. 2 pops couldn't take out a 90-pound flower girl.
Welcome back. It's been too long. Oh, Corey? The one and only.
What do you want, Sonny?
We have some unfinished business, Jake.
I don't do business with tech lords.
Of course you do. Everybody deals with us whether they know it or not. Don't you remember the last time you were here?
Why don't you come down here and we can talk about it?
You don't remember, do you? One tech trip too many, Jake?
Why don't you refresh my memory?
This is where you killed your partners, right where you're standing.
How would you know that, you son of a bitch?
You were selling us tech you confiscated on the streets. Your partner discovered what you're up to, so you killed them to save yourself and your precious reputation.
Lie!
Why would I lie to you, Jake? We're the same, you and I. We both deal with the weak and needy. You know how it works, Jake. You either take it or you get took. High definition hologram, Jake. You've been in the freezer too long. Go to hell. Should have stayed in the freezer, my friend. At least you don't feel the pain. It was acceptable, even useful to my people when you were inside. Now you're out poking around where you don't belong. Feet first. Take your time. Have fun with it. By the way, Jake, Bennett Sand says your wife's the best.
Hey, those guns are useless.
I'll be damned. Another time, Jake.
Make it soon, sonny boy.
I told you the pulse gun would work. You just gotta know how to adjust it.
He said he saw me kill him. Have to find out what happened that night.
Trust me, Jake, you couldn't kill them.
I have to know.
You want the truth? Whatever it is? Then do what Bascom wants. Find Kittredge.
When I was in the freezer, you check in on Kate?
At first, when you were on ice, she was real broken up, but she kept herself busy with a job in Danny school.
Yeah, I bet she was busy. She started dating her boss, Bennett Sands.
You found out?
But you knew? Well, you're holding out on me too?
Hey, look, I just heard some things, you know? And after that, We kind of lost touch.
I gotta find her. I gotta talk to her. I just can't believe it's over.
I'll call some favors. See what I can find out.
Get some sleep.
Hey, you ever hear of any connection between Sonny Okori and Bennett Sands?
It seems like an unlikely match on the face of it. Sands is a legitimate businessman.
Whatever that's worth. I just heard a few stories.
Just because Kate's taken up with him doesn't mean he's in bed with a tech lord like Okori.
Check it out anyway.
Jake, what's real, what's not isn't always easy to figure. Be careful, partner.
Dr. Dannenberg has arrived.
Does her palm print check out?
Affirmative.
All right, put her out on the deck. I'll be right out.
Who the hell are you?
Dr. Hilda Dannenberg.
Dannenberg's old enough to be your mother. Hell, she's old enough to be my mother. Don't you start ticking on me. Plant you out there with the lake trout.
You can put that away. I'm the real Hilda Dannenberg.
The last time I had a date with somebody named Dannenberg, they went all to pieces on me. Now don't move.
It's a full butte job they did on you, didn't they?
Complete with synthetic glandular extract. The procedure's experimental. Vain, maybe, but I have an even more legitimate reason to change my looks. People keep trying to kill me.
I know the feeling.
That's why I sent my sim to the park to meet you.
You have some information on Kittredge and his daughter?
Yes, I have. Can we go inside? Too much sun will damage my new skin.
Be my guest.
Professor Kittredge and I were much more than colleagues.
You scientists have all the fun.
It lasted little more than a year before he lost interest.
Yeah, who was she?
A 23-year-old graduate student who didn't even know how to parse an algorithm, let alone how to be a soul companion to a man of Leon's genius.
And what about this tech killer crystal? Is it possible?
It's more than possible. Can you make a Thai mangosteen colada?
I think so.
A little alcohol can't hurt the skin. Do you think? Leon had already produced a working prototype before it disappeared.
How's this thing supposed to work?
In layman's terms, it bounces a beam off a satellite, setting up oscillations calibrated to destroy the cellular structure of the tech chip itself.
I'd hate to hear the scientific version.
And you won't believe who paid to fund for the research.
Try me.
A dummy corporation fronting for a tech lord. Sonny Okori.
Why would Okori want to finance an invention that would destroy his own empire?
Okori had Leon simultaneously developing tech chips designed to have complete immunity to the crystal.
All right, let me get this straight. Now, once this crystal is activated, all tech is wiped out by these oscillating waves.
Totally.
Except for Okori's tech, which is immune. So he's got a corner on the market.
Brilliant, don't you think? A great scientific achievement intended for the betterment of all mankind. Turned to evil out of greed.
You helped him to develop the crystal, didn't you?
I helped him in everything he did.
Can he turn his back on you? That's a good reason to want him dead.
No, I wouldn't. I couldn't. I love him. Isn't that insane? He dumped me and I still care.
You know where he is, don't you?
Possibly.
This line secured?
Affirmative.
According to Dannenberg, Kittredge has a private lab where he's been developing all his experiments.
Bascom scramble is too good.
Lock on Cardigan's transmission.
It's a long shot, but it's the only lead we've got.
Cardigan, don't go in there without a backup.
It's like we're breaking up.
I've got him.
All systems are now operational.
Access last data entry.
Project XB-309. Final phase.
My system is currently dormant. If you wish to complete physical activation, enter code 7-4 on main console control. Adjust power level control to 30.514%. Then push second button to the right, marked fusion. Stand clear. Who are you?
Jake Cardigan. I've been looking for Beth Kittredge.
I'm Beth.
Hell, you are. You're a mech.
I'm an android. A level 10.
At least.
My files contain Beth Kittredge's memory. And to the extent that I'm capable of human feeling, I have her emotions.
Any idea where Beth and the professor are now?
What's up?
We're not waiting around to find out. Same reaction myself. Get in. When was the last time you saw Kittredge?
My update's ended 3 weeks ago.
He intended to complete my memory circuit, but he never showed up at the lab.
He disappeared into the wilderness belt with his daughter.
I'll help you find her.
Why?
Because that is why I exist. For the safety of Beth Kittredge. How can I help you?
Well, you can start by telling me everything you know about Beth and her father's work and Sonny Hokori.
Sonny Hokori? I don't recognize that name.
How about Bennett Sands?
Nothing?
Why doesn't that surprise me?
If Beth and her father disappeared in the wilderness belt, then why don't we just go there and find them?
Because the whole territory is controlled by rebel forces. We never get in without an invitation. I think I need to pay my respects to an old girlfriend of mine.
In recent months, the radical environmental movement, led by the elusive and charismatic figure known only as Warbride. Do you mind if I ask what you need from Warbride?
Yeah, I mind.
Wouldn't have anything to do with your traveling. I got a hunch this story could go national, even world net. A missing techno genius vanished under suspicious circumstances. The beautiful daughter traveling with a rogue ex-cop recently released from the freezer. Oh, we're talking headline news here.
You're a real vid vampire, Suarez. Tell you what, I'll guarantee you an exclusive if one of your contacts comes through with a connection to Warbride.
Oh, well, what can I tell you, Jake? I'm a sentimental guy. For all the leads you gave me when I was a punk reporter and you were the only clean cop on the zone beat, I owe you.
Call me.
Do you mind if I take a shower?
The android's making jokes, taking showers. Next thing, they'll have you take a music appreciation class.
I am a level 10. My derma sheath needs regular maintenance, just like biological skin.
Well, hats off to science. Well, don't take too long. Cops are going to be looking for us, and we've got to leave as soon as Suarez calls. Shower.
I'm curious, Jake.
And she's curious. Yes.
What does Sonny Hokori have to do with Beth?
He's a tech lord who financed Kittredge's research.
And do you have some special interest in Bennett Sands?
My wife used to work for him.
Is there something you're not telling me that I should know more about?
You're a machine. There's things you'll never understand, no matter how much data the professor pumped into your circuits.
Don't underestimate my capacity for human emotion. Would you come in and wash my back?
Don't underestimate my capacity for human emotions.
Jake, I just had a conversation with someone very close to the top of the rebel movement. Warbride's agreed to meet with you. Alone.
Stay here.
No.
They said come alone.
Jake, is that you? You're not playing hide and seek, are you? Here I am. Come right up, Jake. I'm at the top of the stairs.
Here I am. Sorry to disappoint you, Jake.
Vargas?
I'm flattered you remember. Warbride couldn't be here.
So a digital voice mask was the next best thing.
Since when did she send a mess boy for a stand-in?
You've been away a long time, Jake. I'm a general now. I call the shots here.
Warbride's not gonna like this.
Warbride's history. Sonny Hokori is the future. Are you a sports fan, Cardigan?
don't have time to play games right now.
Sure you do. A little relaxation never killed anybody.
Vargas?
Pucker up.
Vargas.
You're gonna take me to Warp Ride.
What's my name? I can't hear you!
She's very convincing.
Typical girl next door.
Brother and father disappeared because they believed in freedom! Not just freedom for themselves, but for all the people of the earth. Because they oppose the ruthless robber barons who want to corrupt our legacy, the very planet that we live on. I swore I would marry not a lover, not a good man who wanted me. I would be married to war. And I shall remain the bride of war and revolution until my country, the earth, is returned to the plants, the animals, and the people it belongs to. I have dedicated my life to protecting the wilderness, to returning the land to the people it belongs to. If we allow the power consortiums to continue their diabolical plan, this will be your future.
Cardigan. Soldier boy here tried to put me back on ice, permanently.
I was tipped off that he was on his way to assassinate you.
Why don't you tell her about your connection with Sonny Okori?
He's the one that belongs to the Tek Lords, not me.
Things are never simple with you, Jake.
Tell me about it.
Hold him in his quarters till I have a chance to question him. It's been a long time. What can I do for you, Jake?
Kittredge.
Whoever ambushed the car got him out before my men could respond.
Yeah, I'd lay bets it was Vargas. What about the daughter? Her helivan landed in this valley.
Your android's a good sim.
How'd you know she's a sim?
Because the real Beth Kittredge is dead. Vargas and his men caught her snooping around the crash site and brought her to me. After I convinced her I had nothing to do with her father's disappearance, she asked me if I'd help her track down Sonny Okori and kill him. I told her the Tek Lords battle was for another day, but I promised I'd get her safe passage out of here. Someone got a hold of her flight path and shot her out of the sky.
And you're positive the van went down?
I saw it on my monitors. Somebody in my own camp betrayed me. And her. And after today, I got a pretty good idea who it was. She had courage, Jake. You would have liked her. Well, I'm gonna go and have a little talk with Vargas.
With Beth gone, I can tell you now. The professor blocked certain memory circuits, which I couldn't access while Beth was alive. There might be something in there that you need to know. That we both need to know. There is a way that I can reactivate the file. With your help.
I'm not sure this is such a hot idea.
I'm not afraid.
You know what fear is?
Turn it up. More. Now I see. When Beth... When I was a student, I met a man. His name was Sonny Okori. Oh, he was powerful. Exciting.
Did you love him?
Yes. No. infatuated. From the beginning, it was his way to get closer to my father. Sonny offered him unlimited funds for his research, and my father's ambition blinded him to the truth. When I discovered that my father was being used to develop even more powerful forms of tech, I decided to confront Sonny. I followed him. I had some crazy idea that I could either force him to let go of my father or I'd kill him. He entered an old factory. I went in after. There's someone else there. Sonny's men. They're giving him your gun. Oh, God. No. God.
Do you recognize the man?
I can't see his face.
Smile, pretty boy.
And they gave you an overdose of tech. They just left you there for a slow tech burnout. They were gonna destroy your mind. You were like a zombie when I led you to the park to call for medevac. I could never break Sonny's hold of my father, so I decided to run away, hoping I could just forget it all. When I returned last summer, my father was making a crystal that would make Sonny Hikori the most powerful tech lord. I convinced him that what he was doing was terribly wrong and that he had to stop. He agreed to escape with me to rebel territory. That's all I can remember. Everything else is just darkness until I saw you.
Are you okay? You saved my life, Beth. That's why you're in my dreams.
What does it mean to be in love?
It's when someone else's life means more than your own.
Jake! You were right, Vargas was a traitor. We found the proof when we searched him. Here, take a look. I think you're gonna find this interesting.
I got your message. Under no circumstances is Cardigan to meet with Warbride. I don't care how you do it, Vargas. Just do it.
Freeze it. Now remove our friend Hikori and fill it in.
I think I know that building. It's in the free zone.
Sandra, compare the background to the schematics we have of the zone.
That's it. The coordinates are 43 degrees, 8 minutes north, 79 degrees, 43 minutes west.
I'll make it easy for you. That's the holosphere.
Sid.
Good to see you.
Meet L10. L10, this is my partner, Sidney Gomez.
Hello, L10. Nice name.
Good to meet you.
think we just found a Corey.
So what are we waiting for?
Let's go.
Hold on, Jake. There's an incoming message for you. Somebody wants to meet with you right away.
Has to wait.
I think you'll want to have this meeting. Now.
Be all right.
Don't worry.
Kate,
How are you, Sid?
I'm well. And you?
We'll be out the back. Back. Look good, Kate.
So do you.
Good life agrees with you.
I don't want to get into this with you. I came to tell you two things. I want you to stay away from Danny.
Stay away? He's my son.
You shouldn't have called him. He was so upset I had to take him out of school.
Where is he?
In a safe place.
You know I'm gonna find him, Kate.
I'm sorry things have turned out like this.
You know, I dreamt about you. The whole time I was in there.
You can't imagine what we went through. The stories, the rumors.
Yeah, it's just what they were, too. Rumors. You know, we could start all over again.
No, it's too late, Jake.
Oh, what do you mean? It's not too late.
Jake, please don't.
Don't what? What am I supposed to do? Just stop loving you? Just give up on my son? Sands, isn't it?
Don't do this, Jake. He's a good man. He was there when we needed him.
You ever wonder where his money comes from?
What are you saying?
Oh, come on, Kate. He's dirty.
You're wrong. It was Bennett who told me to warn you. He hears things. He has sources. If you don't back off, the Tek Lords will kill you.
Sands tell you that? Or Sonny Hakori?
Hakori? Bennett has nothing to do with him.
How deep are you in?
You haven't changed a bit.
You have.
Jake? I was thinking, after we found the professor, I could easily be reprogrammed.
For what?
So I could stay with you? I could keep on working, be your partner.
L10, Sid is my partner. But you're a hell of a lot easier to look at. Maybe we could both use the extra help. I'll see how much pull I've got with Bascom.
Wait!
Dad! That's my son.
Jake!
Let go.
Jake! I love you.
going. A little further. Now, turn right and walk forward. The entrance should be right there in front of you.
I hate to disappoint you. The only thing in front of us is a 60-foot drop to the water. Could you check your coordinates again, please?
Centra doesn't make mistakes, gentlemen. The entrance has to be there.
That's you, bud?
I don't think so. I just got out of the hospital. Good about this.
Technology of the 40s. We're in.
Apologies accepted.
We only have a 15-second margin of error, gentlemen. Put your masks on.
I'll be darned.
What's the deal if your new toy goes on the blink while we're inside?
Fall back to plan B.
The hell's plan B?
He's always got a plan B.
Got a handprint and ID coming up. Asking me copying this.
Keep going. We've got you covered.
Evening, Mr. Hukuri. I didn't see you go out.
I'm in.
We're going to bypass the scan. We'll take us a moment. Stall.
Stall. You're losing face.
Hold it, Carter. If your prints don't match up with Hukari's, we'll counterattack with 10,000 volts.
Great. Now you tell me.
We've got a motor basket.
I need another 20 seconds.
Don't have it. Now or never.
Got it.
What the hell?
Now what? Centra, put a trace on Kittredge's computer.
Already working on it. The northeast corner, one level up.
Attention all quarters. Attention all quarters. Code 3 alert. Quadrant 4. All systems red. We have intruders in the compound. Armed. Subdue at all costs. Repeat. Subdue at all costs.
Centra, dead end.
Try this way.
Hey, Professor Kittredge? Who are you?
We're the good guys.
Get you out of here.
When I heard the guns and the alarms, I didn't dare to hope.
We've got company.
Any other way out of here?
Yes, through Hokori's living quarters.
Wouldn't have it any other way. Is that the crystal?
Yes.
Is it operational?
It is now. I've been delaying my research on Hokori's supertech in the hope of finding some way out of here. Did Beth send you? Is she all right?
Let's go. Let's go now.
Why don't you tell him what happened to her, Jake?
What happened to Beth?
It couldn't be helped, Leon. Killed him.
this be IDCA?
I guess this is Plan B. You stay with Kittredge. Corey's mine.
I want Cardigan alive.
Come on, Jake. It's time for me to die. Come on.
Hurry up! I'm being real!
We haven't got all night, man. No, you gotta
Do it! Got the opportunity!
Come on, Jake. Come on.
All we have to do
Kill me, man.
is figure out what the real Corey do.
Come on, Jake.
Shoot me in the back.
By the way, Jake, you're under arrest.
On what charge? We just gave you the biggest bust of your career.
What's real, Sonny?
It's my case, and all the evidence is under my jurisdiction.
Then take your...
Cardigan, stop! You're under arrest.
Something you don't know about Jake. He has problems taking orders.
We all follow orders, Mr. Gomez. One way or another.
Stop. So you're one of Corey's now.
Thought you were dead.
That was my intention. But I'm very much alive and I intend to stay that way. Give me the crystal.
You saved my life. Why would I want to hurt you?
I know what they can do to someone with enough time and with enough tech.
Well, here for the same reason you are, Beth. To get rid of Tek.
I don't believe you.
Winger. I'll handle this.
I'm just doing my job. A servant of the people.
That voice.
My job. A servant of the people. Put it down, miss. Kick it to me.
He was there. That night, the man in the shadows with the gun.
The crystal down and step away. I don't really want to have to kill her. Slowly. Very slowly.
I thought androids were the perfect cops, Winger. Unemotional, rational to a fault, zero tolerance to defects.
There's one problem with perfection. It's boring as hell.
Terminate me. My memory files. You need me if you want to clear your name.
No, he doesn't. I was there too.
It wasn't Hokori, Jake. Now you'll never know who reprogrammed my circuits.
Who was it?
Too late, Jake. You'll have to guess.
You're safe now.
I want to believe you, but I don't know you.
It's all right. I know you.
They say the devil's in the details. I know what they mean. I'm walking in the wasteland with a ghost in the machine. There's a simulated sunset and starlight in my eyes. The skies are filled with miracles, and half of them are lying. Are you real or not? It's a fine line. Are you ready or not for the light of day? Are you real or not? These are strange times, and I don't want to live this way. When you wake up from a nightmare, and it's worse when you're awake, there's no one you can turn to, and there's nothing you can take. You better ask yourself, are you real or not? It's a fine line. Are you ready or not for the light of day? Are you real or not? These are strange times, and I don't want to live this way.
It's Mario Brothers, the new video cartridge from Atari. Console sold separately and hooked up by an adult. With Mario from Donkey Kong and his brother Luigi, using their heads to stay ahead. It's twice the fun when two play at once, because you need all the help you can get. Mario Brothers, the Atari video game cartridge. Versions available for all Atari systems. Console sold separately.
You know, they say dogs don't smile. But my dog is over here smiling at me right now. Aren't you, Lulu? Mm-hmm. Yep. As you cannot see that, and I'm basically talking to something off camera, talking to my little fat dog. And I love my little fat dog to death. So, I hope you guys dug Tek War. There are multiple made-for-TV movies, so I will probably bring those off and on until we get to the TV series, and we'll go from there. But we're working on stuff because I'm going to bring Blake 7. Gotta have Tek War. I'm working some stuff out. We'll get it figured out for you guys. So, hope you had a good night. Hope you had fun watching some cheese and some sci-fi cheese. Maybe that's an idea. I'm gonna make a new line of dairy products, sci-fi cheese. Maybe we'll have like like you pull off a slice and it has like a picture of like a space shuttle on it. You pull the next one, it has like an old cheesy computer looking thing on it. I don't know. Space sci-fi cheese. Yeah, you know, people give crap to cheesy stuff, man. Here's the thing. The only time I think a movie's bad is if it's boring. That's the worst thing anything can be. A TV show, a movie, whatever. If it's cheesy and it's good, it's cheesy and it's bad and it's fun, it's still good. You can have a $1 billion movie. If it's boring, it doesn't matter how good the special effects look. It doesn't matter. I like a good rubber suit with a zipper down the back and a monster. You know? Love it. Enjoy it. Embrace it. Make it your own. So, alright. So that's all I got for you this week. I hope you had fun. I want to talk a little bit of vinyl. I just got this one the other day. For those hardcore fans, yes, that is Death's album Leprosy. Death was a classic death metal band with one of the best guitar players out there. With Chuck, I will butcher his name every time until the day I die. Schunglinger, super cool dude, great riffs, everything. Death isn't what I would call like Cookie Monster vocals and stuff like that. It's very technically driven. It's a great album. He puts a lot of effort into his guitar riffs and stuff like that. This is just a Relapse reissue. This is just your traditional black album. But yeah, this is Leprosy. And I had this on cassette back when I was a kid. And I cannot find a cassette, so I was like, you know what? I'm buying it on vinyl. So that's why we're out there. Alright, so we're going to do the rundown. Remember, every Monday at 12 noon Eastern Standard Time, we have the best interviews and people from... Oh, I had a guy who makes toys this week. You can go see Ace Ramen from Ramen Toys, and he talks about working and doing boutique-style toys. And I'm basically throwing toy lines at him. I told you guys I would, and I did. We got some upcoming interviews with Hawk from Hawk and Loaded. We'll be back. So we'll talk metal. And we talk dogs, and we talk about growing up. Yeah, it's crazy. A show that we were supposed to be talking about music and metal, and we talk about bad step parents and when your mom or your dad date people who are not good. I don't know. Maybe we're the only ones that went through that. But a lot of good interviews coming up. I got, geez, like next week's completely booked solid. I'm still trying to figure the dynamics of how I'm going to get everybody recorded and do all my other shows. So panic mode a little bit. Still casting for my movies, by the way. Every SciFriday, you're watching it right now, so I'm not even going to talk about that. And then tomorrow morning, 8 a.m., you get to watch some Saturday morning serials. Tomorrow is a loaded episode. Tune in early. I can give you guys a tip for you that are already watching this one. We'll bring you something a little early tomorrow. So, check it out. And SciFridays will look like we just got picked up by because the Monster Channel does Saturday morning serials. Talk to Halloween Jack. Halloween Jack likes SciFridays, so SciFridays is going to the Monster Channel. So you can have fun over there too. Watch some old episodes. So wherever you're watching SciFridays. Big shout out to everybody. I'm not going to run down the names tonight, but you guys are all great. I thank you ever so much for showing up, hanging out, spending your busy days. And I understand how busy a day can be. And you're here with us, hanging out. And that's awesome. Love you guys. So, I mean, you could be anywhere. It's Friday. You could be at a bowling alley. You could be at a bar. You could be like the captain does sometimes. You go to a concert or wrestling. I legitimately try checking on you guys when I'm away, but sometimes I don't get a good signal because last time I went to wrestling, it was in the middle of nowhere in Monroe, Michigan, way out in the middle of nowhere at Victory Gym. So, and I gotta say this, people acknowledge the show while I'm out. If you see me and you know me from the show, say hi. I'm not gonna bite your head off. Because I've had people yell, "Great show, Captain!" and they walk off. If you watch the show, come up, say hi. I'd love to meet you. I would love it. It'd make my day. So, on that note, if you see the captain out, come up and say hi. Even if I'm at the gym and you come up and say, "Hey, Captain," I will acknowledge you, even though I am weird at the gym. I get hyper-focused. I put my earbuds in. Long story short, I ignore everybody. So, all right. So, on that note, again, remember, I want to hear what your favorite cheesy 80s, early 90s horror novel is. Let me know. Write it down. Send it to me. And I'm working on my next contest, so be ready for that announcement. And I think I'm out of stuff to talk about, so take care. I'll see you all there. Captain out. Goodbye.